Hi everyone, welcome to my class. Today we shall be discussing about electric flux. The word flux has been derived from the word fluid. So initially the term flux was used for the fluids, but this term is also applied to an electric field and a magnetic field. For electric field, we use the term electric flux, and for magnetic field, we use the term magnetic flux, because electric field is represented by electric lines of force. Similarly, magnetic field is represented by magnetic lines of force. So, the term flux is used both for electric field and magnetic field. Here we shall be discussing about electric flux for an electric field. Mark here, it is denoted by the symbol phi E. Phi for flux and E means electric flux. Now let us first go to the definition of electric flux. Electric flux is defined as the total number of electric lines of force passing through an area placed perpendicular or normal to the electric line of force. You look at this figure. Here I have taken a uniform electric field. Uniform electric field because the electric lines of force are equispaced and parallel in one direction. So this is a uniform electric field of intensity E vector. In this field, we have taken an area. This is the area. Have surface area capital A. So electric flux is the dot product of electric field intensity E vector and area vector. So we get a new term here, area vector. So that we can understand from this figure. Area vector has a magnitude which is equal to actual area of the surface. This is the area I have taken here. Suppose this area has a surface area capital A. So this is the magnitude of area vector, actual area of a surface. Now direction of area vector is always along the outward drawn normal to that surface. Means if you draw a normal to that surface in the outward direction, outward not inward, outward direction, so that will be the direction of area vector. So we consider area as a vector here. Now electric flux is the dot product of electric field intensity and area vector. Now we can write now phi E is equal to EA cos theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle between electric field intensity E vector and area vector. Look at this figure. In this figure, this is the direction of area vector and this is the direction of electric field intensity. That means area vector is not perpendicular to electric field. Here is making an angle theta, this angle theta with the field direction E vector. So we can calculate electric flux by using the formula phi E equal to EA cos theta. So now we can discuss some important facts regarding electric flux. Look here. Electric flux is a scalar. As you know, the dot product of two vectors is a scalar. Therefore, electric flux, which is the dot product of two vectors, that is electric field intensity and area vector. So electric flux is a scalar. Come to the SI unit of electric flux. Look at this formula. SI unit of electric field is Newton per coulomb. SI unit of area is meter square, and cos theta is unitless, being an angle. So SI unit of electric flux will be Newton meter square per coulomb. Newton meter square per coulomb. So you can write it's a CGS unit. CGS unit, Dyne centimeter square per start coulomb square. Start coulomb. Start coulomb. One more thing, that electric flux, which is a scalar quantity, it can be positive flux, it can be negative flux, or it can be zero. To understand this concept, let us take a closed figure like this. This is a cuboid. I have taken a cuboid. This cuboid is placed inside a uniform electric field as shown in the figure here. This is the direction of electric field, E vector. And this is the cuboid. So I have shown here three phases, phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. As you know, the cube has 6 phases. So in this case, I have shown 3 phases, phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. Look at phase 1. Phase 1, E vector to the right and A vector to the left. So obviously angle between E vector and A vector is 180 degree. So electric flux linked with phase 1, I mark as phi E1. That is equal to EA cos 180 degree, or that is equal to minus EA, because cos 180 minus 1, so it is minus EA. So it is negative flux. Come here, phase 2, for phase 2, look at this figure, phase 2. This is the right phase. Area vector is along the outward drawn normal. This is the direction of area vector, to the right. And E vector is also to the right. That means for phase 2, both E vector and A vector are parallel. Angle between E vector and A vector is 0 degree. So, for phase 2, electric flux phi E2 equal to E vector dot A vector, or EA cos 0 degree, and that is equal to EA. Now come to the phase 3. For this surface, this is like this. Area vector is along the outward drawn normal. So this is the direction of area vector, upward. And electric field to the right. So for phase 3, E vector and A vector both are perpendicular. Theta is 90 degree. So in this case, you see the electric flux. Electric flux phi E3 for phase 3 is equal to EA cos 90 degree, that is cos 90 is 0, therefore electric flux is 0. So I have shown you here that electric flux can be positive flux, can be negative flux, or it is a zero flux. Now let us come to the physical meaning of these positive flux, negative flux and zero flux. Positive flux means the electric lines of force are leaving that surface. Look at this phase. For phase 2, electric flux is positive. Means electric lines of force are leaving phase 2. Means they are going away, outward. It is outward. But for phase 1, electric lines of force are inward. They are entering phase 1 and leaving phase 2. So negative flux means inward flux and positive flux means outward flux. And zero flux means no electric lines of force are passing through that surface. Look here for phase 3. The lines of force are like this. So no lines of force are passing through phase 3. So we can say that the flux linked with phase 3 is 0. So these are the concepts regarding positive flux, zero flux and negative flux. Next we shall discuss the factors affecting electric flux. What are the factors on which electric flux depend? For that, you again come back to this formula. Electric flux depends upon 3 factors. Number 1, the strength of the electric field. That means keeping the area constant. Suppose this is the area and keep it constant. Keeping the area constant, if you make the field stronger, stronger means more electric lines of force will pass through that area. So electric flux will increase. If you make the field weaker, weaker means less number of electric lines of force will pass, so electric flux will decrease. Then come to the second factor. Electric flux depends upon area, actual surface area. Keeping electric field constant and theta constant, if you increase area A, then flux will increase. Now imagine there are two areas, suppose one is a small area and other one is a big area. So this is a small area A1 which is perpendicular to electric lines of force. These are electric lines of force and this is perpendicular. And this area here, it is a large area again which is perpendicular to electric lines of force. So look here, both the areas A1 and A2 are perpendicular to the electric lines of force. So in this case, E and theta are constant, but area is different. For smaller area, less lines of force will pass, so small electric flux will be smaller. But for area A2, more electric lines of force will pass, therefore flux will be greater. So keeping E and theta constant, if we increase area A, flux will increase, and if you decrease area A, the flux will decrease. Then the most important factor is the third factor, that is theta. Now let us see how electric flux varies with orientation of area in electric field. Orientation, the word orientation means position. So, akam kochu avastiti. Avastiti means how the area is placed inside the electric field. Now you all imagine that there is a electric lines of force in this direction. That means from my right to left, from my right to my left. So this is the direction of electric field or electric lines of force. Now let me take an area. This is an area, capital A. And suppose initially the area is perpendicular to the electric lines of force. Now look here, this area has two faces. This face, right face, my left face, and this is my right face. So this face, for this face, the area vector, this is the direction of area vector, because area vector is along the outward drawn normal. So this is the normal. This is the normal direction, and this is the direction of area vector, and this is also the direction of E vector. So I can say that when area is perpendicular to the electric field, the area vector is parallel to electric field. Look here, I have written here. Area A is perpendicular to electric field. तो एटा कहिबा जहा एरिया वेक्टर पैरेलल टू इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कहिबा सेया, एरिया वेक्टर पैरेलल टू इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कहिबा जहा एरिया ए इज परपेंडिकुलर टू इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कहिबा सेया. As E vector and A vector both are in the same direction, so theta is 0 degree, angle between E vector and A vector. So in this case, the electric flux linked with this phase will be EA cos 0, and that is equal to EA, and this is the maximum flux because maximum value of cos theta is 1, so cos 0 is 1, so this is the maximum value 1. Therefore electric flux is the maximum. That means maximum number of electric lines of force are now passing through this area. Now let me rotate this area through 90 degree. I keep like this. Okay, this is the area is like this. I have turned it, say anti-clockwise 90 degree. Now how is the area now? The area is now parallel to electric lines of force. These are the electric lines of force in this direction, and this is the area. So area is parallel to electric lines of force. Or I can say area vector. This is the area vector, direction of area vector along the outward drawn normal, and this is the direction of E vector. So area vector and E vector both are perpendicular. So in this case, area vector and E vector both are perpendicular. Theta is 90 degree, cos 90 is 0. Therefore, for this position of the area, electric flux will be 0. 0 flux means no lines of force are passing through this area because all are going outside. No line of force are passing through the area. Now, look here. Initially, we have kept the area like this. We turn it through 90 degree. Again, we turn it like this. This time, the flux is also maximum because the lines of force are passing, maximum lines of force are passing through this area. But it is a negative flux because area vector this direction, E vector that direction, so it is a negative flux, but we say it is maximum. Again you turn it like this. So this is, you look here, for this position flux is maximum, for this position flux is minimum, and for this position in between this parallel and perpendicular. So if you keep like this, the flux will be obviously between maximum value and minimum value. So what I want to explain here, that electric flux also depends upon the orientation of the area inside the electric field. Means electric field भितरे area रो अवस्थिति को नहीं की तारा पोजीशन को नहीं की मध्य इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स बढ़िबो कमिबो. Now let us consider a numerical problem here, how to calculate electric flux. Look at the question. An area 8 centimeter into 5 centimeter in YZ plane is placed in a uniform electric field E vector equal to 20 Newton per Coulomb I cap. So area 8 centimeter into 5 centimeter. If this is the length, this is the breadth. So we can find out the area here. Okay. Area lies in the YZ plane. Where is the area? YZ plane. And electric field is directed along positive x-axis. Now you take this figure, you can understand here. Electric field, this is the Cartesian coordinate system, positive x-axis. positive y axis, positive z axis. So this is the yz plane. Where is the area? This is the area, yz plane, and electric field is along positive x axis as per the question. As you know, area vector is along the outward drawn normal. So here area lies in the yz plane, and since x axis is perpendicular to yz plane, therefore area vector in this case is along positive x axis. That means area vector and E vector both are parallel. So angle between area vector and E vector will be 0 degree. So come here. Given electric field E vector equal to 20 Newton per Coulomb I cap, area is 8 centimeter into 5 centimeter, that is 40 centimeter square, that is equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter square, because 1 centimeter square equal to 10 to the power minus 4. So minus 4 plus 1, it is minus 3. As area A lies in the yz plane, so area vector is along positive x axis. So this is the magnitude part A, and this is the direction part I have written here. So E vector, A vector both are parallel. Angle between E vector and A vector, that is theta, is 0 degree. Therefore electric flux linked with the area A, phi E is equal to E A cos theta. E in place of E 20 Newton per Coulomb, area 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter square, and cos 0 degree. Cos 0 1, 20 into 4 80. So finally I get 8 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton meter square per Coulomb. So this is the total electric flux linked with the area 8 centimeter, 5 centimeter. Now let us calculate the electric flux for a non-uniform electric field. Up till now we have been discussing calculation of electric flux for a uniform electric field. But now we shall be discussing calculation of electric flux for a non-uniform electric field. So I have taken a non-uniform electric field. These are the electric lines of force, and in this non-uniform electric field a closed surface S, this is the closed surface S which is placed inside the electric field. How to calculate the electric flux linked with this surface S? तो एठे में कौन करिबा ना प्रथमे ए जो सरफेस एस देइची ताकू आमे छोटो छोटो एरिया रे डिवाइड करनबा. देखो एठी आमे एठी सब छोटो छोटो एरिया रे डिवाइड करिचे. सेही एरिया गुडा को आमे कहूचू एलिमेंटरी एरिया और स्मॉल एरिया. तो प्रथमे आमे गोटे एई एते गुडे एरिया भितरु आमे गोटे छोटो एरिया नै जिबा जोटा कि शेडिंग करी देखे जे डार्क शेडिंग करिचे. सो एई एरिया रो मैग्नीट्यूड होची डीएस. डीएस मींस स्मॉल एरिया, जहां को हमें डिफरेंशियल फॉर्म में लिखिचे. सो एरिया वेक्टर इज अलोंग द आउटवर्ड ड्रॉन नॉर्मल. तो एरिया टा जोठी अछि सेठी जदी हम नॉर्मल टे ड्रॉ करिबा सेटा ही डीएस वेक्टर बा स्मॉल एरिया वेक्टर डायरेक्शन आसी जिवो. एवं आमे ए जो एरिया टा जोठी नेइचे धरि निया जाऊ सेही पॉइंट रे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी होची ई वेक्टर. रिमेंबर हियर दिस इज अ नॉन यूनिफॉर्म इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. सो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी वेरीज फ्रॉम पॉइंट टू पॉइंट. किंतु आमे जोठी ए छोटो एरिया टा नेइचे से जगह रे धरि निया जाऊ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी होची ई वेक्टर. ए छोटो एरिया सहित लिंक थिबा इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स जदी डी फाई ई हुए, डी फाई ई मीन्स स्मॉल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स लिंक्ड विथ स्मॉल एरिया डीएस. तो डेफिनेशन अनुसार डी फाई ई इक्वल टू ई वेक्टर डॉट डीएस वेक्टर. बट वी डोंट नो द एंगल हियर, so we keep it like this. d phi E equal to E vector dot ds vector. Now what is the total electric flux linked with the area S? Total means we have to add all the electric flux of these elementary areas. Prati elementary area pai ame jodi इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स कैलकुलेट करिकी ताको ऐड कर दबा ताहाले आमे टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स पाई जिबा जेहेतु इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स गोटे स्केलर क्वांटिटी तेनु टोटल फ्लक्स माने आमे ए सबु छोट छोट एरिया रो फ्लक्स को जदि आमे ऐड कर दबा मिसेई दबा ताहाले आमे टोटल फ्लक्स पाई जिबा एंड इन कैलकुलस समेशन मींस इंटीग्रेशन तेनु ए जो सरफेस एस नै जामे ए टोटल सरफेस पाई आमे जदि इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स बाहर करियार अछि ताहाले आमे एई इक्वेशन टाकू इंटीग्रेशन करिबा सो नेट इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स phi E net means total linked with the closed surface S is given by phi E net integration of d phi E integration E vector dot ds vector S. Look here, this is a new type of integration. Up till now, you only know the integration which is line integration. But this is not line integration. This is surface integration. So, integration sign देकी आमे जो S लिखिचे, यार अर्थ होची, इटा होची surface integration. That means we are calculating area here, not length of the curve. We are calculating area. So this is called surface integration or area integration. Three types of integration are there: line integration, surface integration or area integration, and the third one is the volume integration. So here we are taking surface integration. So this is not your line integration. But when I give a circle like this, it means it is the area integration over a closed surface, So this is the closed surface we have found out.